31st of March, Friday, 2023. Let's discuss today's market outlook with the TWB system. Shall we do that? Let's go. Now, first of all, let's look at the Dow at the moment. All right, for the Dow, let's just take a look. The Dow has broke above the 32,335 mark. And by right, we should be seeing the next figure, which is 33,258. Okay, and where we are right now, we are actually not too far away. All right, you can see the market is going up. But I mentioned yesterday there is a technical level that we need to watch, and that is 32,992 level. Now, this technical level, right, is where I believe a lot of stops are going to be placed there. So whoever been shorting the market over this period of time, most likely their stop loss will be at this point here as well. So that's where I suspect the market could be going. So if the market stays above OP today, 32,992 should be a possible level that the market will test it. Okay. Now, if the market basically couldn't go there and start to pull back, right, that will bring the Dow back down to 32,335, because if you notice that the last time we saw this, the RSI was at 50 marker, and this time around we're also nearby. So if you ask me, right, there is a small possibility that if the Dow doesn't go any higher, it may come back down to 32,335 again. Okay, now if it goes up, then definitely we're looking at 33,258 for the upside. Okay, so that is the Dow. Let's look at the gold market, shall we? Now, for gold, we can see very clearly that the gold is basically hovering at the 1971 area. This is going to be a very important level. Now, 1971 is the 95% marker, and we can see the market is just basically moving around there. One day below, one day above, one day below, one day above. So as long as the gold stays over 1971, there is a possibility for it to go up back to the 2022 level. But if gold stays down, then of course the downside could bring it back down to the 1919 level. Now, over the last 4 days, the gold did try to come down below 1971, but each time the market goes back higher and the low also get higher. So if you ask me, without a doubt, right, it does have the sentiment, this is momentum of going higher. So fundamentally, if let's say going to be more interest rate coming in, then the dollar will be, increasing in strength. Then for gold to go higher, right, fundamentally it's not possible. So now we have a bit of constraint here, whether the technical or the fundamental will actually win. So let's watch out 1971. That will be the best way to gauge this. Okay. All right. So let's look at the TWB chart right now. Okay, let's go. Day chart first on the Dow Jones. Okay. Now, for today's Dow Jones, right, the opening price is 32,859. Now, that's the OP of today. And the pivot 2 is 32,914. So which means that today OP is actually below pivot 2, yeah? So if the market stays below OP, which is like now we are just slightly above OP, all right, if the market stays below OP, the sell signal should come in because there will be a classic sell instead. So if the market do pull back, watch out for the MA 200 and the MLP. We are very close by, like a stack. Now you see it's flashing a little bit now. Why? Because if the market stays below OP and below pivot 2, right, the pivot itself will turn to magenta. Right? Pretty cool, eh? So that's why now you can see a bit of flickering, because it's now flickering between at the OP level. Okay, so what we are looking right now is that if the market basically stays below OP, then watch out for the MLP 32,803. If the markets can stay above the MLP, that's good because the upside is still there. But if the market breaks MLP, then there's a possibility the market may come down to 32,474. Well, if that happens, that will be a bit of a ring in a bell, because that is something that a lot of people don't expect to happen, because a lot of people now are turning bullish in the market. We just saw in a way when Michael Burry just flipped in a way. Now, the KSI is green in color. That means the boys are buying. But interestingly, the KRW are actually red. So that means that there are sellers already still ongoing, but the boys are holding up, as we can see right now. So there will be a mixed bag signal. So just wait for a while and let's just watch MLP for today very closely. All right, 32,803 level. All right, take MLP away. Let's look at the NASDAQ, shall we? Now for NASDAQ, we can see that it's incredible. The NASDAQ recently pulled back to the BNB support level. And once it stays above the BNB support level, it pushes up to the BNB RL level, which yesterday the market have triggered. So if you look at it from the BNB support level to the RL level, wow, that's about 420 points. That's a very good ride. If you just buy at the BNB support level, that's $400, okay, for every one single contract. Okay, so what are we looking at for today? Well, very simple. The BNB RL level is at 12,955, okay? So write it down somewhere, 12,955, that is a BNB RL level. Now, if the market can stay above this number, 12,955, there is a possibility for today, the NASDAQ to test 13,139. And of course, if the upside continue, wow, we can even see 13,360. Now, that is if the market stays up and maintain its momentum upwards so that they can go for this 13,360 level. But the thing is this, if the market today breaks down below pivot 2, then we have a problem because below OP, below pivot 2 is always a sell. But you can rest assured today will be tough because KSI and KRW, both of them are in a positive side. So for the market to come down, right, it may take a little bit more effort, yeah? So let's see how it goes. S&P 500. Now, S&P 500 today yesterday's market has broke above the BNB RL level, similarly like this, the NASDAQ. So this number is 4041, write it down, 4041. So as long as S&P stays above 4041, we're still pretty safe. But incredible, 4041 and today's MLP is identical. Oh my God. So that means that today the S&P 500 must stay above 4041 because it's identical. That means the impact is stronger. The market must really stay above 4041. Now we have our cluster KCB on top, 4068 to 4073. So this area here, we need to watch out for this, yeah? Okay. Now, if the market actually breaks below 4041, then something bad may happen because the next support level can be as low as 39.74. Now, for 4041 to drop to 39.74, it's going to be a pretty big jump down, right? So I don't think so this will happen because both KSI and KRW have shown that there's some buying interest unless something out of the woods happen or something that's uncharted, then that will be very, very scary. Now for Hang Seng, as you can see over here, this morning, it went above the BNB RL. It's 20,599. Let me write down for you. 20,599 is a BNB RL. Now the market actually went above to 20,753. That means the market went up by 150 points. Then it reversed down and now it's trading below the 20,599 level, trading much lower. Okay, so which means that there's some resistance now at the moment for this Hang Seng market. Now the MLP 4023 is a level to watch. The market trying to hold above it. Good. If the market fail, then the next number could be as low as 20206 for today. All right, pivot will always change every single day. So for now, for today, it's 20206. All right. Now KSI is green, but KRW is red. So that means there's a bit of mixed signal at the moment. We don't have a clear shot over here. Okay, that will be the S&P 5. This will be the Hang Seng, yeah? Now let's look at the other market is Nikkei. Now Nikkei is incredible. Nikkei today is beautiful. Nikkei today, right? This is day number 1. This is day number 2. Usually when the market breaks the BNB RL or SL within 3 working days, we should be able to get the extension. And the market didn't fail us. The market touched the extension 28,069 before pulling back. Again, this is amazing because imagine that you have a technique that you can tell people that, hey, I think that within 3 to 4 working days, you can see this, you can see that. And if it happens on a regular basis, so you can imagine how powerful is this system, right? Okay, now the thing is this, both KSI and KRW are both in the same direction. So that's why Nikkei is a go ahead to buy today. So this morning opening price is 27,890. Nikkei just went all the way up to 28,093. So that's why if you have the indicators on your side to buy up itself is usually easier, okay, on this case right now. So that is the upside for Nikkei. Unless the Nikkei breaks OP, you know, I really cannot see any problem here, all right, other than the so-called incredible coincidence with the MLP level at 27818, all right, and the so-called pivot 2 level are pretty nearby. All right, DAX has opened up this afternoon, and DAX now is a gap up. Now, but the gap up is not a lot, and it make a doji at the moment. Now, both KSI and KRW against on the different side of track, so it's going to be tough. There's not much clarity because it's between the two pivot. Now, usually the market be open between two pivot, right? Or trade between two pivot, it should be a bit of sideway. The only support I can see visibly is 15,495. That is the MLP. Other than that, it's all right. I cannot see any upside unless the market accepted it and then goes towards 15,653. Yeah. So let's see whether would that be anything moving from there. So that will be the DAX. And of course, if you look at FTSE, now FTSE continued to rally yesterday, but now we are into the third day after closing above the BNB RL. Now we all know that the BNB RL and the extension is a bit far away. But let me show you how many points is that at a moment. Well, that will be approximately 200 point, yeah, 200 point upside. So 200 point is not too much for a 7,000 point index, yeah. So all I can say is this: if the market goes higher, we should see 76.32, and of course we will see the 95% mark. Okay. Now, does that means that all is over for this? No. If the market cannot go up, right, and it pulls back, this can be drastic because both the KRW is red, but the KSI is green. So if anytime if this one turn red, then there will be a higher chance the market will come down. Yeah. So traders do actually take note of this factor here. Okay, so that is the FTSE index. We have all the indices done. Let's look at the other market right now, which is like this crude oil. Now, for crude oil, we can see it tested the BNB RL of yesterday, which is now at $74.46. Now, it's good that we get to see things here, but we need the price to go higher. So there's a new KCB that is nearby, and it's never been touched before, $74.67. Because today high, I don't think it's even near there. Today's high is now $74.55, so about 15 cents, 17 cents away. Yeah. So if it can be a touch and go, that'd be brilliant. All right, so if the market goes further than 74.67, the next target could be as high as pivot 1, and that's 75.52. And anything more than that, it should be the number one spot, which is at $76.40. Okay, so all this information, right, is only available if you're a TWB student, yeah? Because only with that, right, you will know what to do with the market and make sure that you know that what to expect from it itself. Okay, we're done with crude oil. Let's look at the currency right now. Wow, look at it. The currency is incredible. The dollar yen has broke above 133.17, as I mentioned, and I said that it will be going for 133.56, and it's going to be hitting it very soon. So is it because the dollar is strengthening? I don't think so. Let me just take a look at the dollar right now. The dollar is up, guys. The dollar is up a little bit, yeah? So for the dollar that's up, we should expect that the gold price will come down, right? But well, apparently the gold price is still going up. So it's not a bit about decoupling right now, or maybe there's something that's a pre-arrangement. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, the KSI is red, the KRW is red. Now the one in the moment now is not counted, yeah? So if two red inside this, that means that the dollar yen may touch and come off. So be careful on this, yeah? All right. This is something that you must be reminded. Okay, so we have that. The next next person is to be looking at. Let me know. Yep. Okay, so we will next movement. We'll move through the next chart. We will have this pound. Okay, pound have just did a reversal on the BNB RL. Also, just do the same problem. And the thing is this: with the KSI and the KRW, both are so in line, then maybe it's all right. We should be able to see further upside on the pound, but it has to stay above 1.23487. Now, if the dollar gets strengthened, and of course, if our things, if the market has to break below 1.2348, then the selling could bring that to 1.23194. Yeah, this is all very, very possible. So let's see what happens from there. And euro right now, we can see it's also pulling back a little bit. There's a very strong KCB at 1.0908, and they've been resisting the market for the last few times. You can see that. So that is where I suspect that if the market break MLP 1.08738, the market can bring it down to 1.0832 again. It is very possible. So traders look out for it, even though the indicators are not helping it at all. But price action always override indicator, yeah? All right, so we have that. Let's look at the other one, which is gold and silver. Let's take a look right now for gold. Now for gold today, well, we have a very interesting zebra, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. If this guy turn red, that will be a six-legged zebra. So of course, there's no such thing as six-legged, but something like that. So if the market BNB RL cannot cross, then the MLP must stay. The MLP cannot stay, then of course the selling may bring it down all the way to 1953. And that's something that, you know, it's kind of fun, because if you cannot go up, right, then of course you need to pull back it down a little bit, yeah. Okay. All right, so watch out for that. So that will be the goal. If gold basically cannot cross this 1984, yeah. If the gold cannot cross 1984 convincingly, gold should pull back down to 1971 level, the level that I mentioned, which is happened to be the MLP for today, as I said. So watch out for this, guys. It's going to be very, very interesting. And of course, it may go into a huge spiral, yeah. Okay, so that is gold. Let's look at silver. Silver is pushing up very beautifully. Yesterday, silver one time cleared $23.92. Now we are basically, we cleared $24 this morning. Oh, no, in fact, 23.96, missed by a couple of cents. And now it's pulling back now to $22.76. So as long as everybody the same direction, we should be able to do that. So yeah, so the upside, we all know what to do. So then all about, and I mean, what they call all the best, yeah. Okay, last two before we go will be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin yesterday went all the way up to 29,177. Then it pulls back. Why? Because there's a BNB RL level, which I think we are very informed that not to stay, you know, above this number for too long. And luckily, you guys remind us that the market pulled back now to 27,758. I suspect that today we will see a little bit more downside, maybe to here, 26,403, around there. Okay. All right, so if that happens, if things are still going fine, we can consider to bring down to here to 24,320 level. That's how I see it. So it's either you're going to buy at 26,000 or buy at 24,000. Okay, this is really up to you guys. Now that is Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum. Now for Ethereum, you can see it's been ding-donging for the last 10 over days, right? It's unusual. So anyway, the thing is this is the lucky thing here. So today the current price is 1788, and today's OP is actually on top of you. So it's actually kind of like in a safe zone area. So there is a KCB at 21814. So we need to watch it out very closely. If not, it's all right. We are good to go. So let me just introduce you once again. All right, so that will be all for today. Thank you very much. Have a great day, Cal. Signing off. Bye-bye.